Where does I start? I'm in the midst of mini DM guys and a DM conversation. It's just hilarious. You're always first. You're always first. So I was supposed to get food, and I haven't gotten food. So that's cool. I'm actually surprised that my bot works. No. I'm just here because I wanted to, talk to Jonathan. Yeah. Presuming he's able to see me, that is. I mean, that stuff... Oh, there he is. Okay. That stuff takes a little time.
Mr. Jesperson.
Yo.
You have a visitor, a Dr. Wright, a therapist, apparently?
Yep, that sounds about right.
Okay, he's going to meet you over by the skate park. If you want to follow us out there, and we'll get you over to the gate, and we'll go from there.
Very well. Also, I could use a refresher on food.
Oh, for sure. 712, can you handle that? Grab some food for him. Maybe some slushies.
Oh, oops. Okay.
We'll be right back.
Here, sir. Yeah, so just wait by that gate, and we'll be around. I'll get the doctor over here, and we can go from there.
Very well. Oops, of course my alarm goes off. What's Idle 2 like? I don't think it doesn't last as long as Idle 1. Most of the time when that stuff happens, you know, they're not gonna... Like, when a sentence is delayed, there's a number of reasons why a sentence is delayed. I can hint to one of the reasons why a sentence would be delayed. But also, typically when they say, like, they give numbers like that, that usually means it could be a minute before they can figure it out. Like, even if they do give a timetable, typically it's not gonna happen. Because you still have to kind of figure out scheduling and a lot of other stuff. Especially if they want to do it like live and in person, because there's a lot of judges that will actually render their verdicts or their sentences like on the docket itself. But I don't think he wants to do that for this. Varying degrees of loud with this music. Like, I don't want to say anything. Okay, so I know. Well, I don't know, but I know what things are. It's. I don't know how to say it without, like, revealing too much, honestly. Because despite what a lot of people might think, you have actually... They're creatively... I'm trying to think of a way to word this. Creatively, you have full control over your own fate on this server. So I just want people to kind of take that into consideration. That's one of the reasons why, you know, you have to kind of take your time with the deliberations, because you literally have to, like, you know, communicate with the player, you know, involved, and, you know, figure it out from there. I don't know why he's taking so long to get put in here. Talk about timing. Okay, there they are. They're having an issue.
Hey, Mr. Jesperson.
Hello.
Oh,
There you go. Hopefully all that looks delicious for you.
Ah, looks really nice. Very munchy. Munchies. Nice munchies.
stand close over here.
Oh, I'm going in?
Uh,
Oh, okay.
No, you're staying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, back up a bit.
Alright.
Oh, I was
It's a lot of DOC.
All right, sir. Your psychiatrist is here. If you would please come to the gate and go and speak with him, and we'll get out of your hair. Okay?
Very well.
How's it going?
It's going. How's it going with you?
Not too bad.
Hmm.
How are you feeling after Wednesday?
That's a loaded question right there. I'm gonna be honest, actually. There was a lot internally I wanted to say, for sure, in response to a lot of what was spoken.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it was interesting. At the same time, I was somewhat disassociating. You know, when you watch
It's
TV.
almost like you're in the moment right there, and it's almost like you're watching from outside your body, and it's not like it's really you that it's about.
Yeah. Kind of like watching a show, your favorite TV show. You're not actually in the show, right? You're just watching a show. But then, you know, when you're just kind of...
Sorry to bother you, gents. I just need to pat down Mr. Jesperson real quick.
Oh, yep, sorry.
Uh-oh. You missed a step. Oh, my gosh.
Just a pat down.
All right.
All right, he's clear. All right, thank you. Pardon the interruption.
Sorry about that.
I might belt you with some cinnamon rolls.
You might need to take a mumble pill.
Am I good now? Hello? 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 Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hear me now? I can hear you.
Okay,
hear
can
me?
you... Yeah, I can hear you as well.
Okay, guys. Fuck.
Ugh. This place sometimes.
No.
What was I saying? I was saying I might belch you with my one of my cinnamon rolls or something. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, because they were frisking me and stuff, looking for weapons or whatever. I'm just like, you know, I have cinnamon rolls on me. You know, it's so dangerous.
Yeah. Well,
Actually, do you
never
want
know.
one?
No, I'm good, thank you.
All right.
I got some food. Actually, would you like something from a Uwu?
I'm not a big fan of that place, but I mean, what is it? What is it? What do you have?
Let's see. Got some oxygen cake, some fucking weird other cake thing. I don't know. It's like a couple side dishes.
I'll take the oxygen cake,
Okay.
since I have no oxygen most of the day, so it's fine.
All right, there you go.
Okay, where was I at? I was, yeah, so... I guess you could say that I was disassociating and I was staring off into space throughout most of that, hearing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I heard what was being said, but I didn't necessarily associate it with myself. You know, if anything, you know, I mean, that hearing was very... I don't really know how to describe it, but, it felt very one-sided in a lot of ways, but I mean, I suppose that's to be expected. Does that normally happen? Does the prosecution usually always go first?
I'm actually not too sure. I'm not sure if that was just a decision kind of in the moment, or if that's the way that it goes. I don't really go to a lot of court stuff, and if I'm not involved, I don't watch or read up on anything.
I see.
So yeah, so I would not be able to tell you that. Maybe ask the lawyer. He might know. Or did you guys already kind of talk about that?
We didn't talk about that. It was, like I said, there was a lot that day, you know. It's hard to kind of keep my head straight after all of that. I would have liked to have talked to you then, but I mean, it was just, there's just a lot.
Yeah.
Just a lot. But I mean, a few days removed from it, I feel a little bit better. More focused. More alive. I don't know, more determined than ever, I suppose.
Okay, and determined for what?
Well, though things look bleak, I still have confidence.
What's your light at the end of the tunnel?
What's my light at the end of the tunnel? My light at the end of the tunnel is, despite the opinions of most people, honestly just all the people in that room, because, you know, I mean, let's be fair, not everybody's heard of me.
Yeah, definitely not everyone, but probably a good chunk of people.
Sure. But I suppose the light at the end of the tunnel is me walking out of here. I mean, quite literally, that it is the light at the end of the tunnel, walking out of here. But I mean, it's to be expected. But walking out of here, sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I can imagine you have been in here for quite a while already as well.
I have. Actually, I think by the hearing was on Wednesday. I think that was my 65th year. So by Monday, is it? I'm trying to. I can't think of math. I can't do math at the moment.
That's okay.
Is Tuesday? Is it 5 days? Okay, 5 days, right? 5 days is a week. 5 days is a week, right? Okay, I've been in here for so long.
7 days is a week.
7 days is a week. Oh gosh, I'm losing focus here, Jonathan. That's what AdSec does to you. It rattles your brain. Oh god. Okay, so by I guess by Wednesday, next Wednesday, it'll be 70 years. Yeah. So, you know, that's a thing.
Yeah.
I feel like I've served a good chunk of my sentence already.
Yeah. Mind if I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
What made you change your mind at the end of the sentencing hearing?
What do you mean?
When you apologized and said that you were sorry.
You mean change my mind?
Do you remember when I was doing your eval? And I was asking a bunch of things, and I was saying that one thing that could help you out was to apologize to your victims, and you said that you wouldn't be able to do that.
I never said that I wouldn't be able to do that. I just said that that would be something to think about down the line.
Okay.
And I also didn't expect there to be a hearing. At one, I actually legitimately thought there was going to be a plea deal signed. But, that being said, despite what everybody thinks, you know, I can acknowledge where I fucked up with a lot of people. A lot more people than I remembered.
Yeah.
It was interesting seeing Sydney there.
How did that feel? Did that spark anything up?
I mean, you know, I was still kind of staring off into space for the most part, but seeing her again was certainly interesting. I didn't quite expect that.
Do you remember what the feeling was when you realized that she was there?
Suppose a measure of excitement. But at the same time, you know, a realization that she wasn't there to be my friend, for damn sure.
Yeah, it seems like there was very few people. By the way, that Toby one, that was interesting.
Yeah, that was the I think that was the impact, the statement of the night, that one.
Yeah, I was sitting there, I was like, wait, was this really Toby? And then as it went on, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's definitely Toby.
Yeah, it's Toby. I mean, I honestly expected nothing less from him. You get what you pay for with Toby. him and I, I don't know if you remember our friendship, but we go back a very long time. So a good chunk of that was very tongue-in-cheek and very, it's between us. And most of the people in there would not get it, but
Yeah.
he's not my husband. I just want to put that out there. He's not my husband.
That's okay. 'Cause yeah, that was back in the Chastity Dawes days, right?
Yes. He's been around since, but he's had some problems of his own that he's been dealing with. Honestly, I'm surprised he was able to send a message, because he has had some experiences of his own that he's been dealing with.
Okay.
Perhaps he will reach out at some point to you.
Yeah, hopefully those issues sort themselves out.
Possibly. I noticed you were very stuttery in your statement.
Yeah, I think it was a mix of being tired, and also I could hear everyone. I could feel everyone just absolutely hating me while I was up there, which I'm not too used to, so it kind of caught me off guard. And yeah,
Speak for yourself,
yeah.
Try sitting in the room. Try having the whole thing be about you and how much everybody hates you.
Oh, I know. I was sitting there thinking about that. I was like, I am the second most hated person in this room right now, and the first most hated person in this room. Yeah, I can just imagine what they're feeling right now.
And I have to admit that when Ursula quoted Gandhi, I exploded in my head.
Oh wait, did she quote Gandhi?
Yeah, she quoted Gandhi.
Have you been able to talk to her since?
I have not.
She is around right now. If you'd like, I can get her to come up here to see you if you want.
Yeah, if you could.
Because that way you don't have to waste a phone call at the payphones and that.
What payphones?
Oh wait, are there no more payphones?
There's payphones, but there's no payphones in AdSec.
Oh, that's
I have to speak to the local DOC if I want to make contact with anybody on the outside.
I see.
The local DOC are very interesting people. I'll tell you that much. They're like,
Oh,
yeah. They have a knack though for throwing me out. They always accidentally throw me on the other side of the gate for whatever crazy reason. Like one time I fell into like a concoction of butter and I like slithered out through the side of the gate, and then
Oh, wow.
one of them brought their homemade cannon in, and I volunteered to to be shot out of the cannon. Didn't realize it. I thought they were gonna miss and they were gonna throw me out of the prison, but they ended up just throwing me on the other side of the gate. And then what was it? I think one time I may have dreamt this, but I feel like I disassembled my molecules and reassembled my molecules on the other side of the gate.
Oh, you mean like a Star Trek tractor beam type thing?
Yeah.
Well, not tractor beam.
What is that thing? I don't know. It's not the tractor beam, but the
teleporter.
the teleporter, the
That's it.
transporter.
Yes.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, they're a bunch of crazy characters at local DOC. Very crazy characters. Anyway, back on track. I mean, yeah. The idea of being hated, is certainly... you don't expect it, I suppose, until it happens.
Mm-hmm.
Because here's the thing, Jonathan. I go through most of my time, and nobody ever says anything to me out in the wild. Nobody ever says a damn thing to me. Even people who disagreed with me, they would perhaps talk behind my back, but they would never come to me directly with their issues. And I was always waiting for it to happen, but it never did. It seems like only under certain conditions do people actually have the opportunity to speak to me, speak their mind to me. Do you think that's because people are afraid?
It could be. I mean, you do have quite the reputation behind you.
Well, what makes it any different, though, in a sentencing hearing, though?
Maybe because you're already locked up and they don't think that you're ever going to get out.
Well, it's interesting because they've actually sealed off trials for the purpose of protecting witnesses and stuff, because there are still people out there that could potentially do damage, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That could be connected to the individual in question. I'm not saying I'm doing anything like that, but what I'm saying is that it's just interesting, the thought process there. Like, you know, you can seal a trial, but not seal a sentencing hearing. It just seems very inconsistent.
Yeah. I can definitely understand what you're saying. And you know, I did mean those 4 things. If it was 1 or 2, I'd be pretty suspicious, but you had all 4 of those things. All 4 of those things made me actually believe that you are trying to change.
I suppose the problem, though, is that, I guess if you've ever read you ever read The Boy Who Cried Wolf?
Yes, I did.
Well, I feel like I've cried wolf a few times.
Mm-hmm. You have.
So when I actually... And then there's the point in the book where the wolf is actually there, and, you know...
Yeah.
But people don't believe him. It's rough. It's difficult. But the thing is, it just took this amount of time for me to come down to this conclusion. It's difficult for me to just go back and wave a magic wand to change all of that, but...
You went through 20 years of absolute hell. I mean, you know, I'm sure you know the saying where, you know, where was it, the Joker trying to show Batman or Commissioner Gordon, or it only takes one bad day to turn a good man bad.
Yeah.
And then he tries to put him through that day of hell to show him that he can break.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you've had 20 years of that.
Yeah, I have.
It's one of those things where it's not going to happen right away. It will take time. And showing those 4 things, like obviously Ursula, I didn't want to name her in court. I just said, I'm sure everyone already knew who it was, but I didn't want to say her name in court, even though both of you kind of spoke to it partway through. And then obviously the mask, because I remember those sessions where I had you take off the mask for a little bit and the amount of absolute agony that you were in. And now you're not wearing it at all. And then obviously Tessa with the conversation that you guys had, and then that you telling me that turned all your plans upside down and you went down the path of, for the last point, turning yourself in.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't seem to be... I mean, to be honest, it doesn't matter what I do, you know. Like, most of the people there, I literally put them through their own hell, so I can understand that they... you know, no matter what I do, it doesn't matter, you know. Like, I'm always going to be that guy, regardless of whether I'm being genuine or not. I suppose I have to accept that.
Oh, okay, and now I can hear you.
Oh, what the fuck? How much did you hear of me?
And something about being genuine. And that was literally the first thing I've heard in the last, 3 minutes.
What the fuck? Ugh! Shit, what did I say last? I suppose... what did you hear before the genuine part?
Obviously you talked about the 4 points in that of why I do believe that you are starting to change. And, you know, obviously it's been a long time that you went through that personal hell, and it's going to take a while for that to sink in, because nothing happens overnight, especially when you go through that much trauma.
Yeah. I guess I was saying, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
what I was saying is that no matter what I do, even if I am being genuine, none of those people are ever going to see it any different. They're always going to have their state of mind, and I understand why. I mean, I literally put them through their own hell. So no matter what I do, you know, I'm always going to be that guy to them. And I suppose I just have to accept it.
Or you can use that as fuel.
For what exactly?
They sit there, they say that you're these things, which, I mean, to be honest, you are.
Mm-hmm.
But to show that you're changing, you can go and do things to show that you are not that person. And don't be loud about it, because being loud about it shows that you're trying to show off. But when you can sit there so you can be seen doing these things, where it's like, at first people are obviously going like, it's just an act. But after a while, that whole back and forth battle is you're going to end up doing it, where they're going to go like, wait, is he actually changed now?
Mm-hmm.
And so you use that as the fire. It's like they are absolutely right. I am this monster. What do I got to do to show that I am trying to get away from being that right now?
Become Batman?
I wouldn't say become Batman, but
maybe become Batman?
maybe become Batman.
It'd be the biggest, what's it called, heel face turn in history.
Yeah, I think my favorite one was Stone Cold.
Very,
The best.
I'm
era.
always privy to
best-
the Hulk
best
Hogan
era.
heel turn, though.
No, I only cared about him in the late 80s, early 90s. Now, Austin will always be the best era in the WWF.
That's illegal. You're not supposed to say that. That's illegal. You're gonna get sued.
There's a pause between there.
All right, of course.
But yeah. How did you feel when Ursula got up onto the stand?
I mean, to be fair, I was still kind of disassociating even when people were talking positively about me. However, I mean, my feelings were my feelings, and anytime I see her, I feel happy, and I feel safe, and I feel good, you know. I feel like, you know, she's a one-of-a-kind individual.
Mm-hmm.
At least to me.
And you know what? To you is all that matters in this situation. Because the way that she makes you feel it has no impact on anyone else in the world except for you and her. No one else's opinion matters at all.
And yet, it was their opinions that made her leave me the first time. Because these people tend to invade personal space just because of your reputation.
Mm-hmm.
Which can certainly be frustrating.
Definitely.
And hard to... Okay, theoretically speaking, if I did get out of here, if somebody was going to try and convince Ursula to leave me, or to I don't know, or criticize our relationship, I
Mm-hmm.
what would stop me from hunting them down?
The only thing that would stop you is yourself and how much you really want to change. That is the only thing that would stop you in that situation. People are going to criticize you no matter what you do. people are going to criticize me no matter what I do. It's one of those things where you got to sit there and be like, acknowledge it, say like, yeah, that exists. Okay, great. What can I do to just keep going to make myself happier? What can I do to just ignore them and just carry on? Because sometimes going on the attack will only end up hurting you and what you really want in the long run.
Or maybe I could just challenge them to a debate.
As good as that sounds, it also almost sounds like arguing with a troll on the internet.
Probably, but you know, at the end of the day, I feel like I'll still feel like I'll be intellectually superior.
Okay, well, you know what? There you go. There's a decent reason to go and try to do that then.
Maybe I'll start a debate team and join the
Wow.
chess club.
Well, I mean, you know what? Maybe the chess thing is pushing it a little far, but you know what? A debate, like, can you imagine a debate thing in the city? Like, pick a big issue that's going on in the city, have opposing sides to it, and have them sit there and go back and forth, and sit there and try to see, like, and see, have people where they're, like, able to talk nice and rationally, not yelling and screaming, kicking and all that, and just be like, yeah, let's have a nice discussion or a nice debate on this and really see the other people's sides of things. That could be a thing.
Hell yeah, debate team, and then we'll go on stage or something. We'll have competitions and shit.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe that can be your big thing for when you get out.
Maybe. Do you... Okay, here's a question for you. Do you want me to get out?
I think you definitely deserve to have that one more chance. Because like I said in there, if we would have been having this conversation 6 months ago, I probably would have been on the other side and been like, you know what? We've been through this dance several times already, and it's gone the exact same way. But like I said, this time it's different because those four things, those four huge differences, huge for you. Maybe not, they might not be huge for everyone, which is why I think a lot of people dismiss it, but for you, those four things are absolutely huge. They're like, each of them is an iceberg able to take down the Titanic. And the only person you need to thank for any of that stuff is yourself, because you would not have changed even that little bit unless you really wanted to. It's one of those things where you would actually have to fight to be able to want that.
Right. I suppose the question is whether Cross would believe that. I mean, he doesn't know me.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard when things get put into the hands of others.
That's the thing, is that most of the people involved have never really had a conversation with me. I mean, I'm not such a bad guy once you get to know me.
He also probably has a little bit of the confirmation bias.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, though, I've thought the same thing, though, about other people, too. So it's not as if I am meeting everybody and getting to know them first or whatever. I mean, sometimes, yeah, I've done that, but I mean... it's not as if, you know, I haven't done that myself. I mean, I firmly acknowledge that I think everybody talks shit, you know? Everybody has their ideas about something. They're gonna say that idea, even if it's false. I suppose it's just the way of the world, really.
No,
I've always been... that being said, though, I've always wanted to be a champion of balanced intel, but, you know, it's hard to come by.
What do you mean by balanced intel?
Well, everybody knowing everything properly, you know what I mean? Like I know who you are, you know who I am. Let's see what happens. Are we gonna be enemies? Are we gonna be friends? Like, I'd rather somebody attack me who knows me than somebody attacking me who doesn't know me, if that makes any sense.
No, I can definitely see where you're getting at with that.
You know, I whether it be physically or mentally or whatever, you know, I'd rather it be somebody who understands who I am and, you know. I suppose that's one of the reasons why I kind of did what I did with Sydney and Kiki and Steven.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I called them. In a way, I got to know them. I mean, I even... with Sydney, I remember one time, before all the Scarecrow shit started, I had actually driven her to Bahama Mamas to, I don't know, compete in some type of... I might have been a stripping show. I don't even remember exactly, but... And this was during the time, obviously, that, you know, I was gathering intel, essentially from the inside. I mean, you know me. During the 5-month period of, you know, between the evil plan that August put together.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean that she put together?
It was her idea.
Which part?
All of it. Okay, the phone calls and the Scarecrow bit, that was me. That was all me. But she actually is the one who came up with the original idea for it. Now, what she wanted to do and what ended up happening was a little different, but...
How did you feel when you found out that she died?
I was devastated. Actually, I was probably the most devastated I felt ever.
Did you know that she called me a few months before she died?
Did she?
And she apologized. She was in tears and apologizing. It's something that I never thought I would have ever heard. Kind of makes me feel bad that I wasn't here for when she needed someone the most, it sounded like.
I kind of wish that I had been here too for her when it happened.
But anyways, yeah, how are you feeling kind of going through the weekend so far? Are you getting anxious at all, or just ready for it?
Honestly, I am kind of just ready at this point. I've been keeping my mind busy by, speaking of wrestling, I've been watching some wrestling on television. There is a television in AdSec, so that's been...
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah. Keeping my mind occupied.
Mm-hmm. What's one of your favorite matches that you were recently watching?
I mean, there hasn't been too many matches lately that I've been super keen on. Actually, the last really good match I think I watched was probably what was it? I think AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura in New Japan.
Oh god, yeah. I'm way out of the loop then. I've never heard of either of those people.
Yeah, it's one of the... AJ Styles might be considered one of the greatest current-day wrestlers. Shinsuke Nakamura, you know, he's definitely up there as well. Actually, AJ Styles is one of the few wrestlers who have been consistently booked well during this modern era. You got a lot of other guys who are just kind of... It's one of those things, actually, where WWE, they like to, they like to kind of be like, put things right in your face, and they like to be all like, this is the guy you want, this is the guy you need to follow him, he's gonna be the face of this company, he's a star, follow him, you love him, right? And everybody hates the person instead. That's Roman Reigns syndrome. I don't know if you've heard of Roman Reigns.
I've heard the name, don't know who he is, though.
Yeah, he's essentially intended to be like the next Rock / John Cena / Hulk Hogan, except that everybody hated him during his time as the guy. And they finally eventually turned him heel, which was desperately needed. And he's actually been holding on to both the World Championship and the Universal Championship for the last, 2 years. However, his contract currently is part-time, so he's barely been on any of the shows lately, so we literally had no champion, so that's been cool. I never thought I'd be talking... Well, we talked about Dragon Ball Z once. I remember that.
Yeah, abridged. Yes.
Yeah. I remember talking to you about Dragon Ball Super and a few other things.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah.
So good. But I'm going to have to take off shortly. Is there anything else that you want to kind of finish up with? Or finish the discussion up with? Or?
I suppose my next question will be foundational. Regardless of what occurs when the sentence is rendered, do you wish to continue?
Yes. Like I had said there, as long as you keep going the way that you're going, I will be here to assist. I will be here to help. And even if you end up going back on the ways that you were, I won't be helping you to get out of jail, but I will still be there to talk to you for as long as you wish to have it.
Okay.
Because even if everything that I say just ends up hitting a wall and just goes off to the wind, at least for those little bits of time, you get a chance to vent and say things that frustrate you, which means that in turn you are kind of getting a little bit better and less chance of you going and hurting someone else.
Right. You do realize that comes with a potential cost, yes?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know how those people feel about me.
Yeah, I am very well aware.
And you already said that you felt like the second most hated person in that room, so...
Yeah, but you know what? I'm here to help people. I'm here to help everybody.
As you have always said.
Mm-hmm.
And I have always appreciated that about you.
And that won't change. All right, I'm gonna call Ursula up for you. Tell her that
Okay.
you're awake right now, and then probably wrap this up. I guess. I don't even know where the DOC are.
They're like walking around on the catwalks, I've noticed. There's one right there.
Hey, how's it going? I'm just letting you know that I'm just finishing up talking with Ken right now, so he's awake if you wanted to come up and talk to him. Okay, and who am I speaking with? How's it going, Ayers? My pleasure to meet you.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, okay, I will let you go then, but yes, he is awake right now, and Okay. Okay, I think Ursula would appreciate that a lot. Hopefully, I get to talk to you again soon, Eris. Take care.
I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, she's going to let Ursula know.
Okay. I see Eris is out.
Yeah. Guess gonna go do a boost.
Huh.
Any last things before we depart?
I appreciate you, Jonathan. I know we've had our problems, and I know that I've certainly done a lot to make you want to hate me. Honestly, you should hate me just as much as Sydney does, but the fact that you're here, it's you and Ursula are maybe the two most important people in my life, if I'm being honest.
Well, I appreciate that.
I just wanted you to know that.
Thank you.
I mean, whether you believe me or not is up to you, but I genuinely enjoy our conversations, and I genuinely enjoy you as a person.
So do I. I really do enjoy these conversations as well.
All right.
Anything else?
I think that'll be all.
Okay. Well, hopefully Ursula will be here soon.
Very well.
Hopefully it's Ursula. Do you talk to Ares much?
Oh
Or
yeah,
Eris?
I've talked to all of them. I know all of them.
How's it? Because you sound kind of like down that it was Ares that answered.
Well, I mean, Eris is cool. I like Eris, but you know, she's not Ursula. I mean, she's very energetic and chaotic and you know, very outgoing.
Yeah.
Like all things that I'm not necessarily as privy to.
Yeah. Well, I think you can get there.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go grab these guys. I'm
Yeah.
sure they're probably bored out of their minds too.
Yeah, I'll let you get them.
Hey. We'll see. Just give me a couple minutes. All right. Bye.
Oh, Juno, thank you for the raid.
Back to the AdSeg area.
We'll speak again soon, Jonathan.
All right, sir. Before I let you through the gate, I just got to pat you down one last time.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna, sir. All right, you're good to go. And just give me 1 minute to escort Mr. Wright back to the front gate, and I will be back to open up your cell block for you. Okay?
By the way, he called Ursula. She might want to visit me. I'm just letting you know.
Okay, sounds good.
right.
She comes by, I'll let you know.
Okay.
All right.
Do you mean like today or some other day?
Today.
Okay.
That's fine. Yeah, I'll be back very shortly to let you back in the cell block. Okay?
Okay. So I actually get a second outside for fucking... Alright. Looks like everybody's working. Needed him to like spread his wings and fly a little bit, you know? I'm guessing that those two people were Kenneth and Jonathan? What can I say, you know? I'm a deductive genius. I'll save it. Maybe. I don't know how long I'm gonna be around. Like, if Ursula comes to visit me, then, Oh, you think there's a problem with the music? Believe it or not, this is the music. This is the actual song. That's what you get with the caretaker music. Hold on. Oops. I'll lower it just a little bit. Nah, man, we're keeping this music going, yo. Don't worry, this song is almost over. It's a whole album of different things here. There you go. Now we're already in a completely different thing. It's actually taking a while. Oh, okay. Oh, is Ursula here?
Ursula's here to see you, sir.
Oh, okay. That was quick.
Yeah, she happened to be on her way, so there you go.
All right.
Same kind of deal. We'll be posted up, and if you need anything, just whistle at us, okay?
Very well. By the way, I apologize for having twofers. It's, you know.
Oh no,
I know
it's
you guys
fine.
are probably bored.
No, it's fine. There's nothing really going on, so it's all good. Just before you guys interact, I do have to pat you down. I know it's you're just patted down. I just got to do it.
Very well.
Okay, you're good. Have fun, you two.
Right, yeah. Like you said, just whistle if you need us.
All right, will do.
Yeah, we'll do.
Oh my god.
We actually like.
Yeah, I asked.
Oh my gosh.
So good to touch you, like face to face.
I know.
Oh god. Man, if actually I don't really give a shit, but I think they'll probably shorten her visit if we decide to start just doing it right here.
Yeah,
So.
I think they might shorten the visit.
Yeah.
They, you know, I mean, let's.
I asked Serge if I could get a conjugal. You know.
I mean.
He's amenable towards it.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
The other day was rough.
Yeah, it was.
It was pretty rough. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you missed the part where Judge Coyote Russell was wandering around being like, hey, so should we fry this guy or what? Just going person to person, being just an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
It was really bad.
Yeah, it's kind of unbecoming of a judge, I feel like, but, you know...
I mean,
Is
to
what
be
it
fair,
is.
Coyote's unbecoming of a judge. I can't believe he got into the position again. Fuck that guy.
It's interesting,
Yeah.
actually, because it's not as if I was even up for death.
Yeah, I know, but Coyote didn't know the trial whatsoever.
I don't think Demi Black knew the trial either.
I don't think anyone did.
I think Demi Black is a moron.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just my opinion.
Really surprised she got.
I don't know
thrown
why
in
she
there.
even had a statement. Like, who
Yeah.
the fuck are you? I don't know who you are.
Yeah, like I've had a better information with her than anyone else.
Something about my mother. My mother should have erased me or something. I don't even know what that means. She
I
did
don't
erase me.
know.
She fucking sold me to a goddamn psychopath.
Yeah, I know. Fuck her. Who cares? Demi Black's a waste of fucking space, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, throughout a good chunk of that hearing, though, I was essentially staring off into a wall, kind of disassociating myself from the stuff that was going on. It was almost like I was watching a television show. You know, when you're watching TV, right? You're not part of the action. You know, you're just watching a show. But I guess I didn't realize. You know, it's like. It's like you're hearing what's being said. I heard what was being said, but I didn't associate with myself.
Well, I mean, step one is you kind of have to associate with yourself. Like, regardless of everything going on, you did do these things. And you did fuck up people's lives, and you know it.
Yeah.
And part of the healing process is acknowledging it and being able to, you know, own it. And then, you know, asking for forgiveness.
I don't
heard
think that's gonna happen with a lot of those people.
Kiki said that, you know, like, if he's truly seeking redemption, then I wish him the best in that. Like, I
That
heard
doesn't
her say
mean
that
much
before the
about
trial.
forgiveness.
Yeah, well, forgiveness doesn't always happen. You fucked up a lot of people's lives.
I mean, to be fair, I'm not exactly seeking forgiveness, but
Yeah. You don't have to seek forgiveness to get redemption.
I don't even know if I'm really seeking redemption. I don't really know what I'm seeking.
Maybe a life without murdering people.
I mean, that's certainly a step.
Yeah.
I don't know, I guess just the word redemption is just kind of... It's so... Like, I don't know.
Righteous.
Yeah, you know, like, what does that mean exactly? Like, what exactly does redemption mean? Like, how do you define redemption? I mean, it's like, suddenly you're acclimatizing to the rules of society, and that means that you're a good person now? I mean, it's not, it's so subjective, I feel like, that it's impossible to really define what it actually is. Like, one society could be okay with murder and the other might not be, so it's just like, what does that even mean?
That's something you have to ask yourself and figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Presuming Cross doesn't throw me in here forever or whatever,
Yeah.
I guess that's something I can try and find out, like, what that actually means.
Well, at the very least, even if he throws you in forever, you can still work through it. And let's be honest, there'll be an economy collapse eventually.
Yeah.
The economy's already growing past its capacity right now. I mean, hell, I've got millions of dollars. I shouldn't have millions of dollars.
Well, I mean, you work so hard. I mean...
Yeah, I sold the house.
How much?
I sold it for the original price, like full on. Half from the state, so the 1.2 I got, and then $1 million from the new buyers. The new buyers being Cleo Shaw and Pez Speedwagon.
Interesting.
Yeah, well, my story's done there. I think I've done as much as I can in that location.
Hmm.
Now it's time to allow other people to find their own romantic getaway. My romantic getaway is now Bolingbroke.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Bolingbroke. You know, this is where all the beautiful people are.
Yeah. Beautiful people.
But you know, I'd say that you're probably the most beautiful.
No, you.
No, you.
No, you.
No, you.
No, you.
No, you.
Let's start a prison riot right now.
Oh. Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah. Yeah, nah.
Yeah, no. That's why I heard that Eris was out and about.
Yeah. I woke up in Papa Maldini's with hair dye and kind of like a mental message like, hey, Ken wants to see you at the Bolingbroke. Also, you owe me because I missed out on a boost because of this.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Wow.
She apparently really wanted to go boosting with Sid or something.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, Eris. I'm sorry,
Hey.
okay?
Sure she's over it. I think she recognizes that, like, since we don't, like, even though death penalty was off the table, that doesn't mean it is. And, you know, if these are some of your final days, she doesn't want me to, you know, miss out on any chance to see you, which is actually really sweet.
That is really sweet.
Yeah. Because Serge kind of sort of brought it up a little bit in our private conversation at Jill Dragon, making me think that he potentially could go still for death penalty. I hope not, but
I'm not going to, think about that. You know,
yeah.
honestly. That's... And who knows, even if they try, there's no guarantee that I'm actually gonna die.
Yeah. You could play the Jasper card.
I mean, not even
Come back
that.
from
I mean,
hell.
I've been fucking, like, I don't know, executed a lot. I just
Yeah.
survived all of them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no big thing.
Yeah. I've been killed quite a few times too.
Yeah.
In purgatory, death doesn't matter. Not until you're ready to move on.
True.
Yeah. So how are you holding up?
I mean... I guess better than I was. Particularly during the hearing. I mean, I just really wanted to get past that hearing.
Yeah.
And, you know... I don't know, for some reason I feel good, though. I feel optimistic. And I don't really know why.
Yeah.
I shouldn't feel optimistic, but I do.
So if you're not aware, Cross has updated the filing.
Has he?
Yeah. July 26, 1500. Tuesday, July 26th at 1500 EST, he'll be giving his verdict in the courtroom. So that's Tuesday.
Okay, very well.
All right.
26, wait, what time?
1500. That's 3 p.m. Eastern.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So what, he just... definitely wants to make this a spectacle.
Or at the very least wants to show you the respect to tell you what your life's going to be in person, which I respect. Cross is probably one of the most fair and honestly open judges that I've met. I I believe that he's really going to take everything into account.
Hmm. Well, I hope so, because I mean, it's difficult, I feel like, when the prosecution gets to go first. And that's the foundation of the entire thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is that normal?
Well, actually, people, you know what's interesting is that generally people forget the first to go. They remember the final. Defense actually has a better chance of winning most cases because of that.
I mean, I always assumed that if you set the tone early, especially in the way they did, it's like they really kind of slam dunked that.
They played it really well. I mean, they played it exactly how they would. You know, they wanted to make sure that, you know, like it was very obvious the amount of impact and damage you had done to other people.
I'm the very definition of impact, apparently.
Yeah.
I didn't realize, you know, how many people, I'm like the most hated person in the city. That's the vibe I got.
In some ways, yeah, you are.
I don't know if I feel good about that or bad about that. I mean, I guess somewhere in the middle.
I think that you have to figure out how you feel about it in the long run, but does it really matter? Like,
Not
it's
really.
something you kind of wanted to do anyway.
Yeah, so I guess in that sense, I kind of succeeded.
Yeah. I mean,
As
you were
fucked
always
up as that
somebody
is,
that
I
wanted to be evil, so congratulations.
Yeah, you get what you pay for, I guess.
100%.
You know, despite, you know, Toby's, you know, tongue-in-cheek statement, I mean,
Yeah, what's
the
up
fact
first,
is
the
that
cowardly dog?
I'm kind of a big deal, you know?
Yep, you subpar serial
I'm a
killer.
subpar serial killer, but I'm kind of a big deal, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the PD has been hunting you for well over a year and trying to pin anything on you, and their hands have been tied. Your victims would love, I'm sure, nothing more than to address you in many ways. Obviously, not all of them did, since Stephen and Shirley didn't show up, but they're just moving on. I've talked to Stephen a couple times.
I'm open to a conversation with him if he wanted to talk.
I don't think he does. I think he just wants to move on with his life and be happy. He's happy.
Well, good for him.
Yeah.
Do you think...
What?
I guess, deep down, do you think I deserve any form of happiness?
I think everyone deserves it to some degree. I think that obviously I want you to have happiness. You're someone I love dearly. And there's nothing more that I want in my life than for you to be happy. But I also recognize there's that part of you that has done some horrible things. But it's a response to your life being misery. Like, I recognize the steps that have gotten you here.
Like, say, theoretically speaking, I do get out of here someday.
Yeah.
Like, what happens next? Like, do I go into hiding? Do I just go back to walking around in the city or whatever and
You get out of here. You've got a lot of options.
Well, I know immediately I want to go find you, and I want to have a lot of sex.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's a thing. But I know you don't own the place anymore, but I'd really like to go to the lighthouse.
Yeah, screw it.
Like,
Whatever.
not the actual
I mean,
house, but the actual lighthouse.
Yeah, we could do that.
So I feel like
The
that...
lighthouse itself is state property, so technically, you know, they don't own it. They own the lighthouse house.
Oh, okay. I thought that.
I've never owned the. We always call it the lighthouse to be easy, but I never actually owned the
Oh,
lighthouse.
I thought you did own
If
the
I did, I
lighthouse.
could get in the lighthouse.
Right.
I never could get in it.
Couldn't find the keys.
Yeah.
Old man Smithers decided to toss the keys before he left.
Yeah. Perhaps.
That's
We'll
the guy who owned the lighthouse. You know, don't at me.
Okay. I won't at you on that one.
I miss being able to just.
Well, why don't we just sit down on this pavement next
Yeah.
to each other?
Yeah.
I'll let you sit first. No.
Let me.
You guys all right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, we're just getting cozier because we can.
No problem.
Thanks.
Your hand is like right on, right on.
I know. I know.
I mean, listen, I don't mind. It's just, you know.
Yeah, I know, but they might. I'm
Yeah,
sure
yeah, they might be like, you know.
This isn't an
this
actual
is not,
conjugal.
This is not a conjugal, sir.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I feel like if I wasn't an AdSec, we wouldn't even be able to have this.
Private time.
Yeah. So I guess in a
but
sense.
if you weren't an AdSec, I would basically be pulling you into the fucking showers or wherever the ara bush and yeah, take care of that there.
True.
Yeah. This is nice.
Yeah.
Just enjoying each other's company.
You know what I said though, obviously was very true. You know, in that
Yeah.
statement. You know,
Yeah. I know.
even
You're
if
a
the
man of
peanut
sincerity.
Yeah, even if the peanut gallery didn't appreciate it, you know, I wanted to make that clear.
I found out I realized that the best way to treat these kind of things is just to simply let them talk, because this is their way of coping with their own shared trauma. Kiki's friends were doing that for her to make her feel better.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure it helped. So that's why I wasn't offended or upset about anything that they did. A little annoyed about Coyote, but that was about it.
It was
Just
actually.
wish- yeah.
No, you go first.
I was going to say, I just wish we could spend more time together.
Yeah. I wish we could spend all of our time together, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, you could always get a sack charge, you know.
Oh yeah. Just
Just get a little
Casual
casual
sack
sack
charge.
charge, you know, it's fine.
yeah. Prove the PD right about me all along.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a guy on Twitter named Jeffrey Dahmer.
Seriously?
Yeah, he's twatting out right now.
What the fuck? What is he saying? Is he saying something weird?
No. He says, opening up a ride-sharing business. Hit me up in Yellow Pages for rides. Chris Cross, who's a cop, says, if anyone gets in the car with Jeffrey Dahmer, you probably deserve it. Jeffrey says, I'm trying to start a legit business here, Chris. Please give me a call on your cellular device if you have any concerns.
Okay.
Yeah, like my cellular device.
My
Is he an
cellular.
alien?
Well, I mean, Jeffrey Dahmer. Listen, if it actually is Jeffrey Dahmer, he has been dead for many years. Okay, and
Yeah.
he died in like the 90s, right? So
2000s.
2000s. Okay, and so he probably wasn't privy to cellular devices until he came here to Los Santos. Listen, Tupac Shakur is literally a
I know.
resident here, so you know.
I know. Tupac and I are friends.
Yeah.
I miss Tupac. She'd come back.
Like, these people that we thought were dead are, you know, they're turning out to be alive, you know, and living here, you know?
Uh-huh.
Are you okay?
Yeah, no, just a little tired.
Oh, okay.
I'm a tuckered out girl.
Aw.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that I was remembering some things that
Yeah.
we've been through together, and I remember, I think I kind of remember the moment when I realized that I loved you.
Yeah.
And I think that was the day that, my memories started flooding back into my head. And,
We were at Humane Labs.
yeah. It was back when you had gotten hurt. You'd actually gotten shot or something in the face, and you were wearing your mask.
Yeah.
And I was in a place, I was certainly in a bit of a quandary, and you were there, and you pulled me back from the brink of complete collapse. And I think that's why I think that was definitely the moment, not just the moment that I fell in love with you, but it was the moment that made me feel like I could go down a different path. I just didn't want to.
Changing who you are is very hard. Well, listen, you could just join a gang and then, you could be like, a serial killer that, just does it like in a gang way instead.
True.
Yeah.
I mean,
you
I
want
can
it to
definitely
continue.
utilize my skills for more,
Yeah, I mean, Denzel does that.
yeah. I mean, to be fair, though, if I were to get out and I were to just go back to doing what I did before, I mean, they wouldn't be able to have anything on me. They didn't have anything on me before. The only reason they have me
Yeah.
now is because I literally I didn't confess. I turned myself
You
in.
turned yourself in. Yeah.
All I have to do is change the MO a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to do that, but if I did,
No, this is why I said join a gang. That way you can legally murder. I mean,
yeah, I
attempted
can
murder.
legally murder.
Or become a cop.
I'll become a cop. Yeah.
There you can legally murder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think the Heinous Crimes Act prevents me from doing such a thing. You know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Guess that means you can't be mayor.
No, I mean,
Well,
hey, doesn't mean I can't still work for the mayor's office. Probably, if
Mm-hmm.
if somebody were ever to get elected.
Yeah.
Somebody that I know, you know.
Betty and Honey's case is in continuance right now.
So what exactly does that mean?
It means they need more time for whatever reason. My guess is going to be for the defense or something, or the prosecution needs more time. I don't know.
You know, actually, I think that was the first time that Odessa and I have actually, well, we didn't really acknowledge each other too much, but it's the first time that she's, like, her and I have been, like, the first time that she has seen me, you know, as me, I guess.
Yeah.
The entire... I don't know why she's even... Well, I get that she's the fucking prosecutor, but, like, is there no conflict on that side?
Prosecution doesn't consider conflict as an issue.
But she
They just
can't
consider it
prosecute May
motivated.
Flowers.
Yeah, I don't know.
She literally dated May. Also, I'm wondering if they offered May something to speak.
I don't know. She was. Or
I
were
don't
really
think they
sincere.
did, but, you know...
Yeah. I don't think they did either, based on what they said.
I mean, I was going to speak in May's defense at their court case. And I still might
not
do
anymore.
it. I still might do it. Just because you speak out against me at your prosecution doesn't... just out of shits and giggles, I'll speak for their defense. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I mean, unless I'm conflicted out or something because of that. I don't know how this works, but...
I don't know how it works. I wish I did.
That would be the ironic part about it. You know, you'll say whatever exaggerated version of the story you want to say about me, and I'll say the truth about you, and I'll say the truth that might even potentially exonerate you.
Yeah, I noticed it was very exaggerated on their part. Mostly because, like, it completely glosses over Rick's role and makes it all on you.
Well, I mean, May did mention Rick and said that, you know, ultimately
Mentioned.
Yeah.
Mentioned. This entire thing was Rick's.
It was entirely Rick's thing, but
Yeah.
I didn't make any choice. I mean, it was still based on my design, though. So I mean, it's not as if I'm innocent of all those charges. It's just, you know.
Yeah, no.
And I became involved in it, but I mean.
100%.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know. I'm picky.
Yeah, I know. I'm picky too.
Like Kieran talking about how, like, he was basically grabbed in the like a child babe at the middle of the night and turned into this, and I was like, bitch, like, do you remember the part where you hung around us trying to spy on us and find out everything you could about us, and then told us you needed a family?
Yeah, you you remember you wanted to interview me.
You basically begged to join in.
You wanted to interview me. You wanted to interview me because I was running for mayor.
Yeah, totally. Wasn't definitely a spy sent by Posey, Steven, whatever, because he wanted to get in on that group. My God.
I mean, literally the only reason why we put him in is because, you know, he decided to walk away from Dahlia, which is something you don't do. You don't walk away from Dahlia. He walked away from Dahlia. She pulled out a gun and shot him. So, you know, it's because we were just questioning him because he was present during a fucking massive meeting. So it's just
Yeah.
And we're just like, dude, are you gonna shut your mouth about what you witnessed the other day? And, you know, then when you say things like, I'm out and then start walking away, you're gonna get shot and then you're gonna get brainwashed. I mean, it just kind of is what it is.
Yeah, no, I get it. He conveniently forgot all those parts.
Yeah. I don't even know. So was he on my side or was he on their side?
He was on your side.
Seems like he was. I mean, he seemed like he was kind of
He
playing
skirted
both
in
sides.
between.
Yeah.
Want to be like, yeah, it was horrific, but I also believe he can be saved. Blah blah blah.
I mean, and Jonathan, he was just stammering through his statement. He was just like.
Yeah.
He's told me himself. He told me he felt like the second most hated person in that room.
No, he wasn't. No one gave a shit. Pretty sure the second most hated person in that room's Coyote.
That's interesting.
I know, there are a lot of hated people in that room.
All the most hated people in the same room together. Nice.
Yeah.
One big happy family.
Yeah, if Honey and Betty didn't turn themselves in, it would have been perfect for them to be there.
Yeah. Saw Brett there. How's he doing?
He blames himself a lot for it all. I've told him, like, this isn't his fault whatsoever. He just keeps thinking, like, he could have done something to help.
I mean, what could he have done? I mean,
Yeah.
seriously, it is. We all made our choices,
Yeah.
I mean,
I told him, you, like, right now, this is where we're at. We don't know what the final outcome's going to be, but, like, live your life. Live your life in the best possible way. And, I mean, he is like, basically a paid assassin, so, like, whatever.
oh,
Yeah, his bug control company. Very obvious.
huh.
Yeah, he does pest control.
Pest control, right.
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. He has pest controlled quite a few people.
Well, good on him.
Yeah. I just miss this.
Yeah, so do I.
Life is so busy out there. I miss just sitting where it's quiet.
If I could, actually, I'd sit with you for hours.
Yeah. Yeah, it's already been hours.
Right, of course.
Luckily, it's been months.
True. It's Jesus, you've been here for months or so. Wow.
I'm dedicated. What can I say?
It's so weird, kind of, because it's just like, when I was getting ready for the hearing, it's just like, we'll come by to pick you up in 5 months. So it's just like, okay, I'll wait 5 months.
I'll just wait 5 months for that. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I had to get dressed up, and I'll wait 5 months. That's what they said. So
Well, you're the best dressed prisoner in here for 5 months.
Yeah, I know, I was.
So why those gloves?
I feel like you've asked me this before. It's because it matches my mask.
That's really the only reason. Because
Yeah.
you literally look like you're about to go do dishes.
Do I? I don't know. Maybe I am gonna do some dishes. I don't know. They matched my mask, so it's just like, you know, I figured, you know,
Yeah, that's fair.
I'd put it on right now, but I don't want to give the guards the wrong idea.
You're clearly brainwashing me.
Yes, I'm brainwashing you right now as we speak.
Brainwash me harder, baby.
Yeah.
Hold on. Hello? Yeah, I've got 20. Yeah, I can send them to you. Mm-hmm. Of course. All right, good luck. No problem. Bye. Sid's just begging for Gianni. He's like, I've got a really good car, Ursula. Send me the money. Send me the money.
Wow. So are you, like, richer than all of them?
Yes. Well, he just wanted the Gianni.
Okay.
I'm
But you
guessing
are
that's the
richer
case.
than all of them.
By far.
So you're basically like the financier of Royal Mafia?
No, everybody has to pay we have a pot.
Ah. Theoretically speaking, once again, if I were to get out of here, I'm not saying I would want to join, but is there an opening?
I don't know. I mean, it would be really complicated with you, me. and Sid.
Honestly, I don't know if I really want to join a gang, actually, to be honest with you. But
And if you were to join a gang, I'd want it to be a different one, I think, personally. Like, as much as I'd love to spend the time
what
with
if we
you,
went
I
to
feel like,
war?
well, then, we'll be Romeo and Juliet, watching everyone else go to war while you and I sit back making out and killing ourselves. Well, except for that part.
Yeah, except for that part.
Yeah.
The real ending is that they all lived happily ever after.
Mm-hmm.
And no one died.
Yeah. It would just be complicated is all.
I mean, there's
'Cause-
certainly a lot of options, but like, I don't know if I want to join a fucking gang. That's so...
You don't have to join a gang. It's so commonplace.
Yeah. Not saying I won't associate, but...
You could be a hang-around.
Yeah, but that still has, like, certain connotations to it.
Yeah, it means you want to be a member eventually.
Yeah, I don't necessarily know if I want to be a... I mean, I don't know what I want, but I mean, I don't know if I would want to be a goddamn member of a gang. It just... You know, I spent the last
Well, you
2
don't
years
wanna
building my own
pew.
shit, you know, and it's just like, I don't want to just... I don't want to be that person that just kind of settles, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but you said something. I cut you off a little bit.
No, I honestly don't even remember what I was going to say.
Okay, well...
Doesn't matter. The important thing is that you find your happiness for whatever it is. And we'll figure it out. If you get out, we'll figure it out. And if you don't figure it out, I'll make sure I get arrested regularly so I can visit you.
Yeah.
Even if it's small stuff. I'll get a deal going with Cross where I'm like, can I just like get contempt of charges whenever I show up in court?
Just as soon as you walk through the doors, you just immediately get contempt.
Ursula Leichenberg, I told you not to come in here.
Contempt! Contempt!
I'll ask him if I can, like, borrow his thing and then shoot him with it. It'll be great. His potato gun or whatever the hell it is. So part of the reason you're an AdSec is also because there's a brainwash victim, Jane, who had mother and father
What?
as her, like, thing. And they're concerned. They're like, and we've got a brainwasher in here. And I was like, oh, they're telling me this, not realizing who I am to you.
Oh, Jesus.
But basically,
there's
they want-
another person. Wait. Who's been there's a brain?
Yeah, there's okay, so Jane Juno, she's a, I've been told by DOC that she had been brainwashed. basically taken as a kid and brainwashed kind of thing. And she believes, I actually, I don't know how much I can tell.
Oh wait,
because-
Jane. You mean Jane?
Yeah.
Oh, I know
Yeah.
Jane. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
met
they-
her though.
they-
I was out there with her, and like,
Yeah, they were really concerned what you would do.
yeah, she did tell me about her. I actually, yeah, she did tell me about her mother and father and shit, and how they like basically, they kind of left her for like dead or something, or they left her for fucking the police, and they like ran off or some shit.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I was like, this person seems interesting. I mean, when I did meet them, so I can kind of see their concern.
They put her in AdSec and basically like told me like they were really concerned about like her current state and the fact that there's somebody who's known to be a brainwasher in the prison population. I was like, yeah, I know who that is.
It's not like I can just like go
I know.
abracadabra and then
That's
they're
why
under
I
my
wasn't
power.
concerned about it. I was like, okay, even if you wanted to, you don't have the tools at your disposal.
I mean, I
inside
could just
prison.
talk to her and be like, hey, I could work my
Manipulation
magic.
is not the same thing.
I know it's not the same thing, but they might interpret it as like, oh my gosh, you brainwashed her.
Yeah, you evil man.
Evil man. Your mother should have erased you when you were born, whatever that means.
I'm glad she didn't,
Yeah.
because I need my Ken.
Need my Ursula.
Mm-hmm. Need my Ken.
Just have to think positively, I suppose.
That's all I can do right now. I'm hoping Serge doesn't go back on anything just because people kept asking about the death penalty. I'm hoping that he doesn't suddenly change his mind and make it death, because I don't think I can handle that.
You don't have to be there for it. If it does come to that. I would understand if you didn't want to be there for that.
And I would want to be there for your last moments. So at least that way, the last thing you see is hopefully something pleasant. And not a bunch of assholes in a room who just want you dead.
I'm not gonna die.
Yeah, no, you're not going to.
I'm too stubborn to die.
That you are. Even if they were to give you the death penalty, you'd find a way out of it.
Yeah.
We're coming up with an idea to get Jane out of prison for like a day.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and make it like a whole game. It'll be fun. We're going to start doing games for criminals in the city. That'll be fun too. Yeah, just things for them to do. You like, be cool.
Yeah.
More days like this.
Yeah.
The plus side, I'm giving the DOC time to work on their paperwork. I just wish you weren't an ad sec.
Yeah, I wish I wasn't in AdSec too.
Yeah. I'll talk to them yet again. I talked to Serge about it. He said it's a DOC decision. And I said it's been over 20 years. It's ridiculously too long.
Do you know the record?
I mean, Jocelyn
Well, I
had
guess
30.
You said 30? 30 years?
Yeah, Jocelyn had 30 because basically they wouldn't let her out of AdSec until Rick was out of jail.
So they never come out of their cells, but apparently there are two guys in AdSec with me, Dash and Bovice.
Oh, that's where Bovice is.
Yeah. I don't bother them or anything, but, you know, they're there. They're just kind of chilling. Big chilling.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to meet Bovice, but he doesn't want to, he doesn't want to conversate.
Yeah. Yeah. He'd also probably rip your arms off your body.
Probably.
Yeah. Chatterbox is terrified of Bovice.
Most of the time, I'm just kind of watching television, because there is a television in there, you know. And,
Oh, good.
Yeah,
At least you have that.
yeah, watching some movies, watching wrestling, watching Dragon Ball
Yeah.
Z, you know. You know me.
Vince McMahon stepped down. That's
yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, that was interesting, you know.
Yeah, that's
like
fucking
the end of
crazy.
a...
I thought he'd have to die to give up his control of that company.
Here's the thing, though. He still owns, like, most of the shares of that
Yeah.
company. He is not going anywhere. I mean, he's maybe on the surface he's going. It looks like he's, oh yeah, I'll see you guys later. I'm retiring, but he's still gonna be there. He's
Oh yeah.
as long as he
Stephanie's
still owns
still-
those shares, he's fucking gonna. I feel like he's gonna be pulling the strings behind the scenes. Which makes me
Probably.
wonder if the product is actually going to get any better with or without him. I personally think it's not going to get any better, but, you know.
Well, you know, I guess we'll see. My hope is that it would, but we'll see.
And there were, like, rumors that Brock Lesnar had walked out. Because he says, if he's not here, I'm not here. But then he was there anyway. So, I mean, I guess...
Large enough paycheck will bring him back.
Yeah. Just give him his, like, $5 million fucking appearance fee or whatever, where he appears every 5 months
Yeah.
and then, you know, work one match, make millions. That's interesting. I was just talking about wrestling with Jonathan as well, so it's just like...
Oh, Jonathan's a wrestling fan?
He's kind of more of an old school wrestling fan.
Oh,
He's more of the
Kieran.
Attitude Era.
Kieran is literally messaging me. I'll be honest, I don't really want anything to do with him. Like, I know he works for me and stuff, and we have something in common, but like, you know, but like, I feel like the only way he can move forward is if he, you know, stops obsessing over you.
I mean, I'm a pretty, you know...
Obsessible guy.
Yeah, I'm an obsessible guy, you know. It can't be helped.
I know. You're my obsessible guy.
Yeah.
All I do
If
is
he
think
wants to
about
visit
Mr.
me, I don't know if
Smiley.
he's going to be able to, because that would literally be third person visiting me today, and I'm sure these guys don't want to...
I'm not responding to him. Like, I'm not bothering. Like, he works for me and he's, you know, part of Maldini's, but I feel it's better if he separates me and you and everything. I don't know.
I mean, I'll talk to him. If he wants to talk to me, I'll talk to him, but, like, you know...
Yeah.
Like, I'll never say no to people.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I know. I know. You're a talker.
Yeah.
This poor DOC is like up there like, hi. All right, I should move on and enjoy a little bit.
Yeah. I'm sure
Spend almost
Eris
the
wants to go do a boost or something.
I know. I can literally feel her inside of me going, is this enough time? Is this enough time? Is this enough time? Haven't you seen him enough? You got to kiss him. You got to hug him and touch him. And I mean, I know you didn't have sex, but you'll be fine.
I don't know, Eris. I feel like we need to. I feel like we need more time. Me and Esther, you know, more time to hang out underneath the jungle gym. No. Oh, okay.
Go fuck yourself, Ken. Oh my God.
But I'm just.
What?
Fine, Eris.
Well, I gave you time with Ursula. I wanted to go boosting, and I said no, and I let you have time with Ursula, and now you're just like, well, I want more time. I want more time.
Well,
I get
listen.
it.
Hey, look. Come on now, Eris.
Uh-huh.
I could be dead in a few days. Come on now.
I know. That's why I'm giving her time. I was gonna boost. It was gonna be fun.
You give her all the time in the world.
I know, but I'm barely out. And when I'm out, and Sid wants to spend an entire day with me one day. Because he wants to get to know me better. Because he did almost kill us once, so.
Right.
He says he wouldn't have.
Right.
He probably would have. It was a whole thing. Well, welcome to Los Santos. Everyone betrays you, and you can't trust anyone. Yay.
True.
Ursula's learning that lesson.
Yeah.
Have you seen Rick? Is he okay?
I haven't seen him in a very long time. I haven't seen him since he signed his plea deal. I'm guessing
Okay.
he's just hanging back, I guess, in his cell.
Gotcha. Okay, I was just curious.
I mean, if I see him, I'll let him know that you were asking about him.
Yeah, I was. No, you don't need to let him know that. I'm just making sure he's okay because I haven't heard anything about him or from him or anything.
Yeah. I mean, that
All
makes
right,
two of us.
Let me give Ursula back control so she can say goodbye properly.
Okay. Nice to see you, Ursula. Or Eris.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I even felt that this time. This is so fucking weird.
She really wanted to go on that boost.
Yeah, she really did, I think. I don't know. I'm not a... Like, I'll do it occasionally, you know, for fun, but...
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't want DOC to be waiting here forever.
Yeah.
I love you so much.
I love you too. More than anything in this world.
Keep positive. I'm gonna keep positive.
Yeah. I mean,
Together.
I'm Mr. Smiley. Of course I'm going to be positive.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's what I do, you know? I'm positivity incarnate.
Hi. Waving to the DOC. Hello.
Maybe he won't see you, and then they won't even notice, and then you'll just have to stay
I'll
here.
be here
you know?
forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Hello.
Oh, darn, he saw you.
Yeah. I'm sorry, baby. But at the very least, I'll be there Tuesday. 100%.
Okay.
You be safe. Be positive.
Yeah.
I'll be positive too.
Yeah.
And hopefully you'll be allowed out and we can start something new.
Maybe.
All good?
Yeah, we're all good.
All right. Well, my colleague's going to meet Kenneth over by the gate there, and Ursula, I'll get you back out
All right.
to the motor.
Sounds cool. All right.
Before... Oh, go ahead, sir.
Just one last hug.
There you go.
I love you.
Love you too.
All right.
me just need to pat you down.
See you
there,
again soon.
Kenneth.
Oh, sorry.
See you.
Hold on a sec.
Get patted down.
Yeah, getting patted down.
Take,
patting him down, I'm patting him down.
Take that phone I shoved up his tonsils.
Well, if we do see any twats, we'll know where to go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, just wait by the fence there, sir.
Yeah.
All right, let's get you back over there. I don't think we've properly met before, by the way. My name's Andrew Hannaford.
Hello. How are you doing?
Hello.
Oh, I'm doing all
Is that
right.
who I think it is?
My name's Storm. It's not Emilio.
Is that who you thought it was?
No, that's not who I thought it was, actually.
Oh, did you think it was Amelia?
I thought it was Dahlia. Honey, I mean.
Oh. Oh.
It was a friend of
I'm
mine.
Storm.
Yeah. Did you want to just go back to your cell then?
Yeah.
All right. Somebody told me this yesterday. You're the one in 24? 24?
11, I think. Or is it-
11. Okay.
Yeah.
They were telling me about like They were telling me about everyone who's up here, but I couldn't remember exactly which.
Well, I mean, I'm told that. Oh, I mean, not told, but that there's apparently there's two guys. They don't ever really come out of their cells, but there's, I guess, Bovice and somebody named Dash.
Yeah, I've heard the legends of Bovice.
Yeah, I've heard
But I've never
heard of
actually seen
him,
him.
but I've never. He doesn't. I try to knock on his cell door, but he doesn't answer. So.
I guess they must not want to talk to you.
No. I was told that he might tear my arms off, but you know. Yeah.
Oh, that would be bad.
Yeah, be real bad. Be really bad.
All right. Are you gonna be going to bed?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, then sleep well, I guess.
Yeah. Nice to meet you, Andrew.
Yeah, you too.
All right. How long? 2 hours.
All right, yeah, sounds good.
You know, maybe. Might be one of his better days. Trying to play Uber and get him tucked into the clowns. Alright, so what was the day again? 3 p.m. on July 26th. That is the day that Cross is going to give his sentence out. So basically the same time as when the hearing happened, except on Tuesday. 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 Mm-hmm. The fuck? Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, I think that's probably about it for me tonight. Just trying to think here. What I will say, I say again, I don't want to say too much because it's if I say too much, it's gonna be literally if I say anything, it's gonna be too much probably. But you know, let me say that Tuesday will be an interesting day. Tuesday will be an interesting day, I think. Brock Lesnar in disguise. Because here's the thing, I've said this before, and yeah, I got such big muscles, right? I've said this before and I'll say it again, is that on NoPixel you have creative control over your own destiny, and that's all I can really say. Tuesday will be interesting. Tuesday will be very interesting. Which basically means I know more than you guys do. So, of course I do. Why? I mean, that's basically what I'm telling you. I know more than everybody. Okay. Like you have that advantage, you know, being on NoPixel, knowing more than everybody, you know. But until Tuesday, we're going to play it off as if everything is going to happen the way it's going to happen. Actually, wait, let me, before I... There's really no reason for me to drink this, but... I'm also intending on writing up one of those... So, yeah, that's one thing I wanted to talk about, is that I was going to, Yeah, we can raid him. We'll raid him. So I do have this... I spoke of it, actually, on the Discord, but, like, So I'm probably going to be writing some, scenes or skits or chapters or some type of story, kind of going into a lot of the details of like the Cursor City, basically kind of expanding upon all that lore, and I kind of intend to just like write them as like little scripts or whatever. Some of them might be I say little, and they might wind up being like 25 or 30 pages, maybe even 50 pages long, maybe. Because I sometimes when I like when I go, I really go ham with it sometimes. Depending on how many ideas I have, like sometimes it like flows out of me, but like I do intend on like writing some stuff that will flesh things out, I guess, in the history of Dark Woods and Cursor City and here's the thing about me is that I'm not going to compromise things. So it's going to be violent. It's going to be grotesque. It's going to be everything in between. Because that's what Manhunt is. It's a very violent game. So readers' discretion will be advised. I'll explain more about that later, but till then, I'm probably not going to be back until Tuesday, but we'll see. Maybe I'll come around tomorrow. By year, things happen that can be expanded anytime, and they probably will sometimes. And I gotta write a bit of a dossier on some of the things for our piece reasons. So it's interesting to note about Mr. Moon. Like, I have seen his wiki. And I do know that he is also from Cursor City, at least according to the wiki. I mean, I don't really know his place there. I don't know if he just lived there or whatever. Or if he was involved in anything. I mean, some of those recordings imply some stuff, but, you know. It's interesting. Well, if you wanted to include him in some type of one of these stories I write, you know, let me know. Anyway, God damn it. Alright, I'm going to... I'm going to send it over to Jimmy if he's still streaming. It looks like he's still streaming. So I will send it over to him. I mean, the thing is I'm gonna be doing a lot of different things with it. It's gonna be it's going to be a lot of different chapters. It's going to be we'll see what you know, what we can figure out. Anyway, thanks for you guys hanging out for just a little while, and I'll probably see a good chunk of you on Tuesday. So yeah. Go send Jimmy some love and smiles, and see you guys again real soon. Peace out.